How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? If this video goes longer than, if it goes longer than 6 minutes, I'll be shocked. This is going to be short. Joel chapter 3 says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I shall gather all nations and will bring them into the valley of decision," or Jehoshaphat, "and I will plead with them there for my people and my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered abroad the nations and parted my land. They've cast lots for my people, and have given the boy for a harlot, sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Yes, what they do to me, O Tyre and Zion, on all the coast of Philistine. Will you repay me? And if you surround me, swiftly and speedily I will return what you have done to me upon your own head, because you've taken my silver and gold and carried away my temples, into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them, and return your payment upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and daughters into the hands of the children of Israel, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it." Recompense is called, a retribution. That's fairness. So a lot of people have been sold out, man. A lot of things have been sold out. And we see it in various forums and various places. We see Donald Trump selling out America and its values. We see all kinds of crazy things going on in the world today at different levels. Even you and I have sold out sometimes our integrity. Let us not do that, because there will become a time where you have to pay up. Everything has a consequence to it. Okay? Let's continue to walk in the way of goodness. I wanted to talk more about what I just read, but I will talk about that some other time. So this video is going to be very short. It has to do with the Trinity, the Dceu Trinity, and there's a lot to say about this, so let me get into it. So here, if you look in front of you, you're seeing the first time we actually saw these superheroes on screen in their superhero outfits, right? With Batman, the first time we actually saw him was in Batman v Superman. Superman, the same thing. We saw him in Man of Steel, and that is the presentation we're seeing there. And Wonder Woman we saw in Wonder Woman, and this is her as she about to attempt to go across no man's land. Let's talk. Each of these iconographies actually tell us a tons about the characters and what their principled characteristics are. So in terms of Superman, we see him coming out of a shining, very shining sort of enclosure, which is really the Kryptonian scout ship, but it's very bright behind him, which is really interesting, isn't that? He's lighting the dark, saying that he's an inspiration, that he's the beacon of hope that everybody's been talking about. Batman, on the other hand, when we first see him, it's in a very terrifying situation. And Batman breeds terror in the hearts of criminals, but he also seemed to have breathed terror in the hearts of a lot of other individuals, because he was very, very brutal. When we saw Wonder Woman, she was crossing no man's land, something nobody's supposed to be able to do. No man is supposed to cross that place, right? And we know that from World War I. It was a very bloody event. And she defies that. Not only does she defy the fact that she symbolizes what is called civic disobedience, okay, for a greater cause. Her greater cause was to save the villagers. She saw a need, and she decided she was going after it. And it was going to be immensely difficult for her. And she did what nobody thought was possible. And that's why she was called incredibly defiant. And we sometimes need that in this day and age. We need civil disobedience. We need people who understand the deeper moral fabric is being eroded, and therefore they must take action based on that and civilly disobey the so-called authority in order to make sure that morality is kept intact. Civil disobedience, right? So she was epitomizing that. Batman epitomizes justice with fear, and he was he wasn't very just, because he was breaking a lot of rules. But at the end of the day, he was seen as a terror. And that's like Batman. When you think of Batman, the first thing you think about is terror in the hearts of criminals, right? And then Superman, he's this inspirational figure. He's all about trying to get mankind to be better. And so we see him. He does not, of all of these three Trinity members, Superman is the only one that did not have a mission. When he was finally presented to us on the screen, He didn't have any particular mission he was on. Batman was on a mission to get kryptonite to kill Superman. Wonder Woman was on a mission to save a village. The interesting thing, the difference between Wonder Woman and Superman is they look to save lives. They look to help lives. Batman is more of a guy who is about prevention. And so therefore you can see that Batman was there to get the kryptonite to prevent Superman from for some reason or the other, he thinks he would become a tyrant. So he decided he had to put him down, kill him, stop him, right? So you see the difference in these superheroes and their qualities and characteristics. Batman is more of a shadowy figure. Wonder Woman was still a prominent figure in the foreground, even though she still worked in the shadows. And Superman, the same thing. He's a prominent figure. Clearly, he's a beacon of light to the world, inspiration. And that is what Superman is. So Superman, he was thrust out of the shadows by General Zod. Wonder Woman, she stepped out of the shadows. Okay, here she's stepping out of the shadows, stepping out of anonymity to step into the foreground because it's necessary. For her, she does not step into the spotlight just because she needs to, because she wants to, or to inspire people. She steps into the spotlight because it's necessary. She had to save the villagers. So she stepped up and led. And so this is very important to understand the difference between Wonder Woman and Superman. Superman, he's there as a beacon of hope before the world. He's always in front of the public's eye. He's always there to inspire. Everything he does, he's like a public figure. Wonder Woman is not really that. Now, she will step into the public, but she's always on a mission. She's always doing something. She will take time out to talk to the kids and children, but really and truly, Wonder Woman is not Superman. As much as Wonder Woman is transformative and inspirational as a person, she really does things out of necessity. Wonder Woman is a can-do woman. She'll get it done. Wonder Woman gets things done. That's what Wonder Woman does. Okay, so don't expect Wonder Woman to be like Superman, shining in front of everybody as a beacon of hope and continuously looking to inspire all of mankind. She'll never do that. However, she does step out into the public eye. She does try to be a mentor to younger people, especially younger girls. She does step up where is necessary, and she will be the voice for the public, the voice for people. But she is not, I repeat, Wonder Woman is not Superman. Superman's whole purpose is to inspire mankind. Wonder Woman's whole purpose is not to inspire mankind, but to protect them. She's there to protect them and trying to help them find themselves and find what love is all about. That's her thing. She's nurturing, she's caring, she's a guide, but she's not like Superman. Superman is that beacon. He's always in the front lines. He's always front and center. He's always prominent because he's been thrust into that prominence. He is the one who actually kind of inspires mankind to push forward collectively. Wonder Woman doesn't necessarily do that. She's very good one-on-one. She's not really good as a collective. When it comes to fighting, yes. But when it comes to other things, she's really more of a personal person. She likes to deal with you on a one-to-one level. Superman will deal with the masses, try to inspire the masses. He's constantly trying to do that. Batman, he is the least of them in terms of being inspirational. He doesn't know how to be inspirational because his thing is prevention. So Batman, as much as he will acknowledge things, he's very analytical. He's more about preventing things, and his method of prevention is intimidation and strategy. He likes to out-strategize you, out-trick you, get you down. He always wants to stop you, right? So that's Batman's thing. And so that's the difference between Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Superman's not about stopping anyone. He really wants to inspire people to do the right thing. Wonder Woman's the same thing, but she doesn't do it on such a massive scale as Superman does. All right, guys, I thought I would just share that with you guys. This is, as I said before, a very short video. I have to go out to work. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat section. Wow. Didn't expect all of this. DJ Lawson Found first. What's up, DJ? Yo, what's your real name, DJ Lawson Found? I would like to know that. Nimish PK says, hello, Anson, DJ. Shout out to you, Nimish PK. Dave Ethan, hey, Anson, well, how are you doing? I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. TNJ Ayala says, sup, homies. DJ, Nimish, Dave, and Anson. Shout out to you, TNJ Ayala. Nimish says, hey, TNJ. TNJ says, nice start. TNJ Lost and Found says, James. All right, shout out to you, James. It's nice to meet you, James. I'm Anson. So we have James, we have Dave, and we have Ayala, TNJ Ayala, and we have Nimish, right? C-Dog. Hey, guys, hope you all are doing well. Yes, man. Yes, man. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, enjoying the DCU, enjoying what's there to offer. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to, defend the DCU as usual, but don't worry about that. I still with you guys in terms of I will not try to say anything negative about the DCEU where I can, you know. So I focus on positive things. So you will not have me as a detractor. You can guarantee that. All right. So moving on with what we were saying. So I just wanted to show you the pillars of basically my video is very short. I got to go now. But the pillars of the Justice League, right? The Trinity, the founding members, and what they were strong at. I just wanted to point that out because I thought, you know, Zack Snyder keeps on bringing in these characters at a certain time, and every time he brings them in, the iconography reflects who they are. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, it's good to see all of you guys. I got to go to work right now. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I couldn't put up a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't really want to engage in negative things. There's lots of negative things that people are trying to circulate out there and so on. And I'm just not into that kind of stuff. You know, I prefer to talk about what I love, and I will prevent myself where possible. I mean, one guy here on Twitter, he accused me of being a detractor to the DCU because I said certain things. I made a statement about what I said, and I just simply backed up what I said with facts. And I told him, look, man, you don't want to pick a fight with me. You don't want to pick a fight with me on this issue. You just don't. So just leave it. Walk on. You enjoy your life, and I'll enjoy mine. All right. Just don't attack me for my view. I am not trying to get you not to like what you like. Go ahead and like what you like, but just do me a favor and don't attack me for saying what I say. Okay. If you only know me, you would know I'm not that kind of guy. Right. So I said all of that because now some people are trying to jump on the people who say, you know what, this, that, the other. That's just a point of view. And you can't make me like something, you know. We can't make each other like something, you know what I mean? And we just have to respect each other, you know. And I'm being as honest as I can about how I feel, right? It's different to, I'm not trying to say that, you know, these movies are crap movies and blah, blah, blah. I didn't say that. I never said it. Y'all know that for the record. You guys know what my issue is. So I'm not one of those people who's trying to bash DC or bash Warner Brothers. That's the last thing I want to do. I always try to give constructive criticism. I always try to say certain things, even if I'm venting. I generally want to say things which are constructive, and then I'm done, right? I'm just saying it again so that people will know I am not against the DCEU or Warner Brothers. I do not want to see it being destroyed. I have certain concerns based on how I think. I know there are other people who think just like I do, and I'm just worried that some of those people who are very extreme in their thinking will cause harm to the DCU as a result of what Warner Brothers has done. Okay, that's all I'm saying, right? And I know there's a lot of apologists out there trying to defend DC and trying to defend Warner Brothers. I understand that, but when it comes to me, you got to understand, there's no point you can make that I haven't thought about, right? So when you come with a point to me, I already thought about it. I mulled through those things. And sometimes you come with something new. Sometimes you guys come with something new, and it's really cool to see you guys come with something new. But most of the time, when you guys, and again, just because I don't like something doesn't mean I can't see the merits in it. You understand what I'm saying? Or I am not interested in a thing doesn't mean I can't see the merits. So don't feel like I am trying to be, you know, my good friend Trent Osborne. I like the guy to death, but he just kept on talking to me about this issue. And I was like, dude, I really need a break right now. I don't need nobody to talk to me about nothing. I just need a break. So I just let him know, because I was telling him, man, you don't understand. I physically felt deflated. I felt bad about it. Right. So you got to understand that's how I was feeling, my mental state and mind. Maybe like I said before, guys, maybe my mind will change over time. Who knows? But as of the moment, that's how I feel. And it's kind of hard to get over something, really sincerely get over. You know, some people talk about they break their heart, the thing, but they're really malicious and they have evil intent and they're just saying that. It's just words they're saying. I personally felt bad because then I realized all the things I was saying and trying to defend Warner Brothers on were true things that the other people were saying. It wasn't confirmed, but it was true. And it really hurt me to the core that this was really what they were doing. And as a fan of that, it didn't rub well with me. You understand? And a lot of people now are trying to tell me that I'm under the illusion or something, that it's not true what I'm saying. And I easily just bring up facts. I just bring one fact after the next to show them, hey, look, this is what happened here. This is what happened here. This is what happened here. I can just drop facts on people, you know, to show them, hey, look, unless you can come back with something to show me and change my mind, this is what I saw. Okay. And I usually am an active thinking person, but apparently I wasn't seeing the play. I wasn't seeing the chess moves down the road, what was happening. They literally got me this time, you know? So that's what really gets me down more than anything else. And the fact that these people are literally, they're determined to do things a certain way. And I'm afraid for what that could end up being, because what happens generally, let me show you guys the play what happens, right? People started praise. Remember what happened with Justice League? Everybody was praising Justice League till about 2-3 months down the road, and the media started this wicked campaign of just polluting Justice League, and they started tearing it down, and it really intensified. The same thing they did with not BVS, there was hate straight through, right? Suicide Squad coming down to the end, they did that. I can see that strategy happening again. Everybody's praising the trailer right now. It's just a game plan. And as you approach Aquaman, they're going to bash the shit out of it. I know how it goes. So and you guys don't understand. You guys trying to defend this. What you have to do is immediately you have to straight up talk the truth. Oh yeah. I could see what you're saying about, but hey, maybe that direction will be the best direction. So if you say, you know what, I see Marvel, I see Warner Brothers Marvelizing, I can see the Marvelizing you're talking about, man. When you acknowledge things and instead of trying to defend something that is not defensible, yeah, at least you're being more honest about it. Yeah, okay, they're Marvelizing it. We could see that. Yeah, you're right. They Marvelizing it. But maybe that's the direction to go. You know, if you're coming from that aspect, you know, my boy, Williams Adams, who is DC Fan Gives Hope, he doesn't necessarily try to debunk things. He tries to look at things in a positive light, like Dave Ethan does, like Leroy Kong does. You know, you're not going to deny the obvious, you know. And so my point is that I like when people are honest in their arguments or honest in what they're saying. When your dialogue is honest, I can really dig you, and therefore I can actually deal with you. But when you're in denial as to what you saw and you're in your own reality and you're trying to attack me for saying the obvious, then that's where I have a problem, you know. And it's just too many dishonest people here. Some of the people who was pushing for the Snyder Cut and talking about Joss Whedon marvelized and made jokes all about Justice League. All of a sudden, I'm seeing some of these jackasses saying, "Oh, Aquaman is so good." It's the hypocrisy that I can't stand. Oh, that's James Wan's vision. It was his vision all along. Shut the fuck up, man. God damn it, man. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Your fake ass self. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people are fake, right? And that's my problem. My problem is not, it has nothing to do particularly with the films and what's coming with the DCU. It's these fake ass people, man. You know, that's what gets me, man. You know, you're just a fucking partisan kind of motherfucker. You just want to have your way. You don't really care about, you know, you decided to have a hate train on Justice League because it was the fad, because the media saying that, everybody bashing Justice League. But a same fucking film, in fact, a film which is actually along the lines of Justice League and also, you know, very much inspired by Marvel, okay? All of a sudden you're defending that shit? Get the fuck out of here. You know, just fucking jokers, man. So that's the kind of thing I had to deal with. These kind of assholes. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know, I don't like it at all. It tells me how dirty this whole industry is, you know. And I came to watch movies and enjoy them, yes, but I came to see people at least talk straight and be honest, you know. And that's the thing that gets me, man. And that's why it make me cuss sometimes. I was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, you know. And but otherwise, you know, it's all good. I'm still pushing for the Snyder Cut, as you know, guys. I'm going to be pushing for the Snyder Cut till I die. And hopefully between now and next year, we get the Snyder Cut. Also, in addition, I just want to say that we're looking at, well, for me, at least, my channel, we're going to try and look at some other past movies and some other past great directors. I think I was talking to Imran Hossein, who is Batfleck Forever. And we were talking about some of the great directors of the past, or the directors we like from the past. And I started bringing up names of directors people don't really know about all the time. And some of them that I really like. And they're really cool directors that I think are, you know, have made a mark, you know, in terms of directing and in terms of film, because, you know, my taste in films, I don't really go to the cinema a lot. So my taste in films is kind of, I'm very picky about what I watch. You know, I have a specific sort of thing. Another thing Trent Osborne was trying to say to me in private, and this is for you, Trent, is he was saying, you don't seem to like movies that have comedy in them. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. I can enjoy a comedy. I can enjoy a movie that has comedy. I don't like meaningless, stupid comedy for comedy's sake. For instance, when the Flash falls into Wonder Woman's bosom, that to me was not funny at all. A lot of people laughed at it, but to me, that was fucking heresy. Okay. It was heresy for me. You know, they treated Wonder Woman well up to that point, and then fucking Joss Whedon comes in and just has Flash, and he don't even make him fall properly, you know, into her bosom. That's bullshit. That is called compromising. That's selling out to get a laugh. And that shit is not funny for me. You know what I'm saying? When they insulted Doctor Strange in Infinity War, and even in his own movie, when they started making fun with his cape and shit, I was like, you selling out Doctor Strange for a laugh? Get the fuck out of here. You know, that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. It's annoying. It doesn't even, it's not even fun. When they did the same thing with the beginning scene of Thor Ragnarok, he's tied up and everything, and they just cracking jokes between him and Surtur or whatever his name is, right? That shit took me out of the movie immediately. Okay, that shit took me out of the movie immediately. Because to me, you're disrespecting the characters. You know, you just trivialize those characters. For a laugh, they get the fuck out of here. That is annoying as hell, you know. And that's the kind of thing I'm trying to say. When it's a comedy, like with Kevin Hart and The Rock, when they did Jumanji, all right, that comedy worked because it was a concept. Kevin Hart was really this big, powerful guy. And the guy who was just kind of small and just a little dude, a little nerdy dude, he became the big, strong guy. So I could see the different characters playing off inside of the movie, and that's what made it funny. You see, the humor in something. And then the nice thing about Jumanji, for example, is that Jumanji was teaching something. Like the humor wasn't just there for fucking humor, even though some of it was slapstick humor. It wasn't just there for humor. You know what I mean? So you got to understand, I do enjoy humor. I can laugh. I have a sense of humor. But you'll find most of the time, I don't laugh at what other people will laugh at. I don't like stupid humor. I don't like dumbass jokes. I don't like Three Stooges, for example. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Used to once upon a time, you know, but I don't like it anymore. Because to me, it's just somebody over dramatizing and being an asshole. And as far as I'm concerned, you need to punch that person in the face because they're irritating. You know, like Ice Cube would say, that motherfucker is irritating. He's just irritating me. It don't make me want to laugh. All I feel like doing is punching him, right? So, you know, but then there's other things which are just freaking hilarious. Like, you know, what happened in Shazam where, you know, Shazam meets, he meets Billy Batson, right? Billy Batson comes inside of the face. He's like, where is here? So Shazam says, I was waiting for you. And then Billy Batson, he says, call my name. And Billy Batson is like, I don't know your name, sir. Shazam. And the look that Billy Batson gave Shazam after he said that name was priceless. And he was like, you know, it's like the, really, dude? Like, really, dude? He's ready to laugh at him. That to me was funny. It was funny. You know what I mean? Dude, because the dude is like, he's trying to, you know, be mystical and everything. Shazam's like all mystical and everything. Benny's looking at this guy like he's a clown. Straight up funny. Straight up funny. Okay. That's the kind of humor I like. Okay. So, and I like Billy, actually. The guy who's acting as Billy, again, I like how he's pulling it off. He's not this little kid. He's not this high-pitched little kid going, hi, Superman, did you ever fought a hippo? He's not a high, screechy voice guy. He's actually, his voice is breaking. He's a teen or early teen, or he's on the verge of being a teenager. So he's kind of had that cool vibe that a teenager may have. And then you can see he's street smart. So I like that. You know, I'm just hoping that the bigger Shazam, the guy who's playing the big Shazam, I hope he can pull off that, because you got to understand, even though Billy is in this big body and he's all, you know, enthused about it, and he's happy to be big, he actually has street cred. So if they don't get that aspect of Billy Batson, remember he has street cred. So even though he's in this new body and everything, he should behave like a street cred kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's supposed to have street smarts. He's supposed to be a little bit savvy. He's not supposed to be like Wonder Woman, kind of ignorant of the world. So we'll see how far that goes. Of course, he's happy to know that he's bulletproof and stuff like that. But again, powers and abilities only go so far with me. You know, the story has to have something else. So we'll see how it goes with Shazam. But my point anyway is this. When you're talking about humor, to me, the funny things in a movie are not necessarily what people laugh at. You know, one of the points in Justice League that made me crack up on why the brunch scene seemed so funny to me was the fact that I knew that Ezra Miller was channeling Zack Snyder. He was channeling Zack Snyder throughout the entire movie. And to me, that's freaking hilarious. It's like I could see Zack being Ezra Miller. So that for me was a hilarious joke throughout Justice League. I was just cracking up about that. So for me, you know, that's the kind of crazy thing. You know, Ezra Miller is this geek. You know, Barry Allen is this geek on steroids. He's geeking out over everything, and that's Zack Snyder. He geeks out about superhero films over everything. You just look at it, and to me, that was funny in Justice League. I wish I could see more of that, and also more of Barry Allen and what he had to bring to the table. But it's all good, especially the scientific part, because you know Zack's a very, very intelligent guy. So I wanted to see Barry be very, very intelligent as well. And then we didn't really get that. The most we got was when Bruce Wayne was talking to Barry, and Barry was like, you know, that's the simplified version. You know, Barry's like, the way I wanted to hear Barry go into some jargon, man. I wanted to hear Barry nerd out, like really start talking like a nerd. You know, it didn't get that in Justice League, and I'm sure they cut out a lot of scenes where Barry was actually, he could explain something in this extremely nerdy kind of way, and I was waiting for that, and we never really got that. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Snyder could have done Ragnarok better, in my opinion. Real, recognize real, brother. Sorry that you're out. DJ, I'm still all in. Still believe in the DCEU. Nicholas Meyer is a real underrated director. Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. Heresy indeed, homie. Snyder could have done Ragnarok better, in my opinion. I don't know. Yeah. Ragnarok? Fucking Ragnarok? Yo, yeah, hell yeah. I like the energy in Ragnarok, Sea-Dog said. I like nothing in Ragnarok. I differ from you, Sea-Dog. See, people have different tastes in things. It's what you really dig, I guess. Nothing in Ragnarok. Oh, actually, no. Actually, there was a moment in Ragnarok I loved. I actually enjoyed it. It was actually genuinely funny, and that was when Thor was going to meet the head of Ragnarok, and the woman voice thing was saying, get ready to see there's something of thing, get ready to see the great leader, get ready. And then Thor said, what the hell? Because Thor just woke up, right? Because he was knocked out and stuff, and the voice was saying, get ready to be the. That was wacky as hell, man. That was funny as hell, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the other funny moment in Thor Ragnarok, it was really funny, was when Loki came on the scene. He said, behold your savior. Woo! That was two funny moments in Thor Ragnarok. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those landed for me, right? Because I was deep disgusted with Ragnarok. And then this really crazy moment, it was like zany as hell. And I was like, whoa. And then I saw some deleted scenes, which were funny as hell as well, that they took out of Ragnarok, which were actually funny. They were actually funny scenes. They were wacky, really funny, wacky, out there kind of scene. You know, there's one thing, I don't know why, but I like really, really out there humor. I like really, if you're going to go wacky, go hard. That's why I like Guardians of the Galaxy a lot. Version 2, because they really went hard on the wackiness, okay? I mean, shit was going on in that movie that made absolutely no sense. So I really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, right? But those moments in Thor Ragnarok were really special moments to me. The rest of it was like they played it safe, even though they said it was edgy. They really played the movie safe, and it lacked anything that made me laugh, right? But I'm telling you, man, those two scenes I just mentioned in Thor Ragnarok were freaking hilarious. Those were funny moments. I gotta give them that. They were funny. All right. Um, Nimish PK says, "Hope Dwayne Johnson pulls it off with Black Adam." Oh yeah. It's The Rock, man. TNJ says Rock looks perfect for the role. You guys saw him on the Warner Brothers lot for MTV in 2016 with Kevin Hart. He was dressed up as Superman. That motherfucker looks like Black Adam. He looks like Black Adam. He could have been. He could do Superman. He could do Superman. So I'm not worried about The Rock. He can pull it off. He's got everything to be a villain and everything. He can do it. He's been playing those roles for the longest while now. So Fast and the Furious, he did it. He did it in he did the Scorpion King. Remember that from way back in the day? It wasn't such a great movie, but that was his first break and stuff. I think he was a hero at the time. He was a villain another time, and they did CG for him. Sea Dog says, "Me, I feel like The Rock really tries hard in every role." Yeah. He's absolutely an action hero. He's like the modern day superhero. He literally is physically built like that. Nimish PK says, "Yep, he's perfect." Sea Dog, how many times everyone has seen Justice League? Shit, I don't even know, man. I lost count. TJ Alice says, "Hey Anson, have you seen Game Night directors doing Flash next?" Yeah, I know. I know the Game Night director's doing Flash next. He's the same guy. They're the directors that did Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm not really enthused about Flash, to be honest with you. Seeing where Warner Brothers is going and understanding they want a lot of jokes and they're trying to get directors that can do jokes and shit. I'm not really into it. TJ said, "I dig Nicholas Mayer." Oh yeah. That motherfucker is good. That motherfucker is good. You know, Nicholas Mayer is a great director. Hold on. Let me Google him here. Where am I, by the way? Oh, I'm still in screen share? Hold on. Let me Google him anyway. Nicholas Mayer. He did Star Trek and he did Star Trek and something else. I'm trying to remember what else he did. He did the Star Trek stuff, right? He did the Star Trek with he did the Great Wrath of Khan. He did Voyage Home. He did the Wrath of Khan. He did Prince of Egypt. He did the Prince of Egypt animation. Ah, shit. He did Vendetta. And he did come on, man, where is it? He did the Odyssey. The Odyssey miniseries, not the Odyssey as in the Odyssey movie, but he did the Wrath of Khan. He did the Wrath of Khan. It was a good. He's a good director, man. He's the bomb. He's the bomb. I've seen Justice League once. Loved the character building, not much else. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's really most of the characters that made the film, but it has a lot of connections to the other DCU movies. Man, you guys are talking a lot. I got to get out of here, folks. It's 3:46. I got to get out to work at least for 4. I've seen Justice League once. Love the character building. I love Seek Shelter. Seek Shelter. Cool, cool, cool. That's by Nicholas Mayer. I haven't seen that. Jeffrey Daggs. What I've seen is probably more than 40 times. I have a 5-year-old, 4-year-old that absolutely love these movies, including Man of Steel, I'm assuming. Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. I think twice. I thought it was okay. Maybe good. Though I enjoyed the theatrical cut, all right, I still want Snyder's director cut. I do want Snyder's director cut, brother. TNJ Alice says twice. DJ Lost and Found says this video was supposed to be 7 minutes long. Ansi truly loves this material. Dave Ethan says, but it's confirmed yet. Jeffrey. Dave Ethan says 7 times 1 I saw JL. I saw JL 10 times in the cinema, and I've been watching JL ever since. Jeffrey Dagg says that's the question. I hope they will do it, but I think if they do, they're going to wait for a while so they don't steal any attention from their own new movies. Image PK says, Anson, I can't see your screen. You should be able to see my screen. You should be able to see my screen. 10 times in the cinema. Yeah, you're not supposed to see anything. It's just a blank screen with me talking. Jeffrey Dye says the theatrical cut wasn't perfect, but I still thought the connections to the other films finally had the League on screen was cool. Yeah, my only thing is, you got to understand what I'm saying. I want Warner Bros. To put out the best possible cut ever, every time they put out their stuff. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying is once you put out what the director wanted on the screen and is satisfied with, I am cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. But what happens, generally speaking, is they still dabble in and compromise these people. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know why they're doing that. Anyways, man, that's what I got to say, guys. I got to go. It was supposed to be a 7-minute long video, as Dave Ethan said, and it took longer than that. So let me get out of here. Yes, I do love the DCU, Dave Ethan. That kind of goes without saying. I thought it got an unfair shake by a lot of different people talking about it. Hopefully, people be talking well about it, but I hope it's not compromised in the process. And just so you guys understand, I saw Aquaman. I saw all kinds of things in Aquaman. The trailer. I only watched the trailer probably twice or one more time. I haven't watched the trailer since then. And because a lot of things just don't think, it kind of rubbed me wrong. But I understand the essence of Aquaman, right? I understand what the trailer was saying. It basically gave a background on Aquaman. It basically told you how his origins. It basically told you, that what caused him to be who he was. It also told us about his half brother and his intention. It also told you, it didn't tell you much about Black Manta, but you could see non-verbally that Black Manta has something to do with this. We saw him actually shoot heat vision from his eyes to Aquaman. Aquaman was jumping out the building. We saw freaking Mira leap from one end of a building to another. She could jump very freaking high. You know what I'm saying? Like Aquaman, they can jump high. And you saw her freaking jump out a plane because guess what? She could just do that and land on the ground and not break a bone. And so can Aquaman. They freaking strong. All right. So, they're very, very strong. So that's a first there as well. Seeing them just free falling. He just jumps out the plane. She just jumps out the plane. She's gone. And you saw her, she just ripped off the door. She just ripped off the, let's go. Bang. And apparently she's his mentor, right? She is his mentor. That red thing, I don't know what it was, but man, that shit looked powerful, man. It blew up the building and stuff. But clearly Mira is very strong. She's very powerful. We saw that in Justice League, where imagine Steppenwolf's body slams her into a wall and then slams her down onto the slab below, and she recovers from that like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Mira's a badass. She's very strong. She can fight. She's a very good fighter and stuff like that. So it should be interesting, right? And you can see Jason Momoa is still that free-spirited, kind of guy, but yet he's a badass. So I see all those elements in Aquaman. That's not the thing that bothers me per se. I am asking myself, is this going to be the best possible rendition of Aquaman that James Wan wanted on the screen? That's what I want to know, you know, because one moment you see the sea, it looks like real sea. Next moment you see it, it looks like jello, you know, and, you know, the inconsistency in how it's depicted, unless probably they're going for half animation, half realism. You know, sometimes the shots look real. Next minute they look animated. You know, people used to do it like this. They used to do it like this. They used to do sometimes you see real stuff and then they go like Kill Bill. Kill Bill was one where you had a real scene, you have real things going on, then all of a sudden in a flashback or something, you see an animation, a literal animation like a cartoon. Kill Bill mixed the both. I don't know if they're trying to go for that in Aquaman, but it's just, are they going to randomly do this shit? I don't understand. So some of this stuff looks literally animation like, especially the water stuff. And it doesn't have to be that way. So I don't know what they're really doing. Like, you know, and that's the thing that kind of throws me. As you know, I already know, I can see where Warner Brothers is going with this, and I know they have their foots and hands and toes and nails and everything dabbling up in James Wan stuff. And James Wan will give us a brave front, and you'll say, "This is what I wanted." I don't know about that. You know, I just don't know. Maybe it is, but I don't know, man. I don't know. You know. So that's what I had to say about that. So you guys understand where I'm coming from. Anyway, gotta go. It's almost 4 o'clock. I gotta get out there and do what I do. When I come back tonight, I can always take up this discussion further. I see you guys really wanted to talk, and all you guys came out. It's good to see you guys, though. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Remember Schnepp's family. He's dead now. The guy died. Any one of us could go just like that. So value the time you have with people, and try to more move in agreement than in disagreement where you can. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dave Ethan, always positive influence, as well as Leroy Kong, TNJ Ayala, Jeffrey Daggs, Nimish PK. What's the other guy's name here? DJ Lost and Found. All right. Sea Dog. Shout out to all you guys, man. It's been nice talking with you guys. We get different opinions, and yet at the same time, have a good time enjoying the DCEU. And that's all good. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that we don't have shared love for the thing. It's just probably some of us express it different ways. All right, guys, have a good one.